Okay, in this video we're going to make a kind of like a 3D looking heart. So we want to open up a document and click new file. Let's see if my computer's working. Alright, and we're just going to make it a square 1080 by 1080, and we'll do a resolution 300 RGB black background, which we can change later, and go ahead and click create. That will open up your new document. Okay, so now we need to, I'm just going to unlock this for now. My computer is like going super slow. All right, we want to set up some guides. All right, so let's go to view. Let's go to guides. Make sure your snap's on, and your snap to, all this is on. Guides, new guide layout. And then we're going to create 8 columns and 8 rows. And we'll go ahead and hit OK. And that will give us our basis to draw a heart out. All right. We're going to use a pen tool. And actually, we're going to use the curvature pen tool. So if your pen tool is up here, you just kind of click on your pen tool, and then this flyout menu will come up. Pick your curvature pen tool, and we're going to go at the bottom right in the center, and we're going to go up to about here, make a point here, make a point in the middle, make a point here, make a point here, and then we'll come down here and close the path off. Okay, so that doesn't really look right. So we need to, with your curvature pen tool, if you click on this twice, double click it, it will make a point there. And then we're going to do the same thing here, and there you have your hearts. All right, we want to change the color of the heart, so you can double click this layer and change it to whatever color you want. We'll just say this red. We'll hit OK. And now I want to get rid of these guides so I can see what I'm doing. So if you hit Control or Command H, the guides will disappear. So let's add a little bit of depth, or kind of like a 3D look to this. So let's double click on our layer. Let's go to Bevel and Emboss. Let's reset this to default. All right, so we're going to do inner bevel, technique of smooth. Let's bring our depth up to around 150-ish. Okay, and then we're going to bring our size all the way up. All right, so that created kind of like some depth to it, but we want to change the angle a little bit, and we want to change the altitude. So let's turn this global light off. Let's make our altitude 45. Maybe that's too much. Let's do 35. Okay, and then we can change our angle. We can rotate this these highlights here anywhere that we want to. So I'm going to do maybe 120, and that would put everything over here on this side. All right, then you can play around with your altitude again, maybe go up to 44. We go all the way up, it does that, and kind of looks wonky. So you just kind of want to mess around with this altitude, and it will give you different looks. All right, so I'm going to leave it at 46. We'll do that. And then I want to put a drop shadow on this too. Let's reset this to default, and I'm going to come back to this because I need to change the background because we can't see it with this black background. Okay, the easiest way to make a background solid color is just click on your very bottom layer, click solid color, and then pick whatever color you want. We'll go with maybe something like this little deep red. And then this black layer, we can actually just delete it. We'll go back to our drop shadow. You can double click on that, and then let's change this to, what was it, 120? And then if you hover over this, you can drag your shadow anywhere you want it. So let's just say about right here. Bring our spread up, and then maybe our size up, and then we can just kind of mess around with the opacity of it. Maybe around 18, something like that. Bring our size down more if we wanted. You can mess around with your spread. Maybe no spread, and then maybe make it a little bit darker. All right, so we have that. We'll go ahead and hit OK. And that is how you do it. Pretty simple and pretty easy.